In October 2018, a group of over 30 peace activists from Kenya, Rwanda, Burundi, and Nigeria, with a commitment, came together at Friends Peace Garden in Rwanda. These activities are all part of a program called Turning the Tide, in short TTT, an environment campaign training program. For the first time, Turning the Tide campaigners from East Africa came together to share campaign skills and experiences.
The mind about this was that we've been implementing this program in our respective countries. In Kenya now 8 years, in Rwanda and Burundi 3 years, and we've been doing a lot together. So we felt that it's good to come together and put together our mind and come up with a movement that will have some kind of structures that will help us coordinate this work more effectively and be able to reach to our community that are really in need of this program more effectively.
They took intensive 4 days in Friends Peace Garden, sitting down, sharing on success stories, strategies used, learning from one another's experience and challenges of their daily life of challenging injustices. They ran on empowering participating peace activities in their work with the aim of the following objectives: participating peace activists in their work, making them aware that there are others that they can reach out to support, foster relationships between TTT peace activists of different East African countries, create a unique opportunity to exchange tools of nonviolent campaigning, discussing different campaign strategies, creating a forum how to grow sustainably as a nonviolent movement for peace and social justice, and lastly, create a safe place for peace activists to speak with others about challenges. Building a regional nonviolence movement for sustainable peace and justice in East Africa was the theme of the gathering.
Rero twaje hano ngo tugire urwo runani dutanguze urunani tuzohora dukorera hamwe mu karere, kuko ubundi twari dukora igihugu ku gihugu, ariko ubu twageze ku rugero tubona ko gushira hamwe inguvu turi ibi bihugu byo muri East Africa vyogira akamaro gusumba twokora ibisumbirije ivyo twakoze, kuko gukorera hamwe birafise akamaro cyane kandi biratwongera inguvu.
You can ask yourself, what is TTT? The Turning the Tide is a social justice and peace building program that equips and supports communities in addressing non-violently the underlying causes of violence and injustice.
Rwanda ni imwe muri gahunda itorero ry'ivugabutumwa ryashatse gutangiramo umusanzu waryo wo kurwanya ihohotera tudahohoteye mu gihugu cyacu. Tugakangurira abantu kudahishira ihohoterwa, tugakangurira abantu kurirwanya, ryaba ari gukorerwa cyangwa se wanaribona hirya yawe kuri mugenzi wawe, ku muturanyi, aho hose ntuceceke. Cyane cyane bakanamenya ko buri wese yifitemo ubushobozi, yifitemo icyo yakora kugira ngo ashobore kurwanya ihohoterwa.
Before coming of TTT Kenya, people could go to the streets to demonstrate, but they did demonstrations very violently. People could even burn a church like this, a house like this. People could burn roads. People could pluck, even uproot the trees. But by coming of the TTT program, all this stops. We could now engage the authorities, the government, those people who are concerned with these services. We sit them down, talk to them, and they act and they do these things without any violent demonstrations.
Its vision is to build a strong non-violent movement that challenges and social injustice and hold leaders accountable at all levels, locally, national level, and globally. What makes it unique is to emphasize on how to focus on changing the root causes of structural violence, which often requires bringing latent or invisible conflict to the surface. Social justice is the key ingredient to TTT's peace building approach.
Violence occurs when people when people maybe are not aware. But we have so many violence that happens on daily basis. The way we interact, we do business, sometimes they end up in violence. The way we have our social life, and so it needs a cross-cutting system through which we can share and also interact to ensure that we have a formidable front through which we address violence.
If people have non-violent strategies for changing injustice, they are less likely to resort to direct violence and more likely to change the structural conditions that lead to that violence in the first place. The TTT program focuses on 4 main pillars. First, facilitating trainings with existing groups or community members on violence campaigning. Second, helping communities and groups analyze root causes of violence and injustice. Third, helping communities and groups organize and carry out campaigns they chose to work on. The fourth one, mediating between conflict parties and inter-community dialogue.
Before also, like any other person, I could respond to an issue violently, and also didn't have sometimes courage to address issues. But having learned TTT, it has given me confidence as a solution to issues. TTT means a lot to me. It has empowered me personally. It has given me courage to deal with issues, to stand up against injustices, to stand up in the gap of those whose rights have been violated. So TTT means a lot to me.
The TTT program was started in Kenya in 2010. It was adapted to the Kenyan political and cultural context with surprising levels of early success. The program attracted peace actors from other nations in the region, and in the year of 2015, through an exchange program, TTT was introduced to Rwanda and Burundi respectively.
Well, TTT, we are still growing and expanding, though gradually, step by step. We started in Western Kenya. You can see now we are counting 4 regions in Kenya. That is Nairobi, North Rift, and Nyanza. You can see that we have expanded now to Rwanda, Burundi. We have friends from Nigeria who have come out of our expansion from Kenya. So we are gradually growing.
According to the gathering agenda, each day started with a devotion, and the planned activities included keynote speeches, presentation of successful campaigns, facilitations on different topics, icebreakers, games to foster relationships, group work by choice on participants. Each participant to join a group with a theme or topic of interest. Topics discussed about where conflict analysis and how best to do it. Documentation of success stories, networking, building synergy with other groups, programs like HROC, AVP, HIPP, working with youth, how best can we do it.
We did that during the discussions, the sharings in your groups. You asked questions, you were specific in asking questions. So this time, now it is what are the hanging questions for the general, what are the comments for all of us, what are the learnings that we can get from your sharings that are general, and then we have more exercise to get specific things.
In Kenya, the experience is on working with community groups, and Burundi shared their experience on working with peace committees, and Rwanda's experience is on engaging with community and government leaders. Because we had participants who came from the UK to learn from the East African team during this session, also the TTT UK did its presentation, sharing with them a little bit about the history of TTT and the context they are operating in, after they came together and outlined some common lessons for improving and innovating their work of fighting against violence.
There's been so many inspirational things I've learned over the past few days. I think if there was one thing that I really feel is incredibly precious about the work of TTT East Africa. It's that people are managing to combine conflict transformation, peace building work with non-violent campaigning. And I really want to go home and share all of the different ideas, all of the different ways that people are working here, and to stay connected. I really want to stay connected with the people here because I know I can keep learning.
After the introduction of the idea of building a sustainable East African TTT network, there was a group breakout and people went in group discussions to discuss how to raise a sustainable non-violent movement. The mixed group discussions shared about what can be the vision, mission, objectives, activities, structures, system and funding of this East African TTT network that will be formed. After group discussion, they came up with the decision of implementing a team or a committee of 6 people, 3 men and 3 women. That was done and the committee was implemented.
Twaronse uburyo bwiza bwo gusabikanya bimaze gukorwa hirya no hino, ari muri Kenya, ari mu Rwanda no mu Burundi. Rero turishimiye cyane iki gikorwa kandi turabona ko kiriko kiragira ico gifasha, ari ku giti cya muntu canke ari ku giti cyo mu kibano mu karere.
And on the 4th day, the team visited Kigali Genocide Memorial Site, where they learned a lot on the genocide done in Rwanda and laid flowers on the graves which held thousands of bodies killed in 1994 genocide against Tutsis. After everyone had a moment of reflection and listening to testimonies and final remarks regarding the 4 days gathering, we experienced the bonding and funny moment where all 5 present countries shared their culture dance to the rest of the group. The organizing team would like to thank everyone with a great and considerable contribution to the success of this gathering, and would also like to thank each and everyone's effort and contribution in this non-violence movement.
I want to, from the bottom of my heart, first of all, thank our God who has enabled us to plan this particular gathering and also enabled us finally to come and have this moment of sitting together to chart a better way forward. And also we wish to thank our partner, Quaker Peace and Social Witness, QPSW, based in London, more so the Quakers in Britain, who have, uninspiringly, donated their funds to support this particular project in Africa, and more so Kenya, Rwanda and Burundi.
And with the goals we had when we planned this gathering, most of them have been achieved. So people had enough time to share. They made friendship. Now we have this networking between us, and also the idea of having a network, TTT East Africa network. It will be a platform for us to share information, success stories, challenges and all of that, and also reaching to the level of having maybe working together and work on the cross-border campaigns, having more times like this one, more gatherings, and learning from one another through exchange visits. So those are the things that I'm seeing soon going to happen. So what I can say now is that I'm happy and I'm thankful to everyone who participated. The strength in this gathering, the freedom of sharing and asking questions, challenging one another for learning was just good. So also thankful to Karibu Foundation. This is really a good partner when we shared our idea to them that we want to have a gathering, so they received this idea very well, and quickly they mobilized money, and they also supported this gathering, and we are thankful to them, and we really recognize what they did, and their work is not in vain. So people are now strong, empowered, networked, and we are waiting for change in this East Africa. Karibu, thank you very much for your support, and we really appreciate this partnership, and we keep on being good partners to you, and keep on updating you on how we are moving ahead, we are growing, and how the network is growing.
And we do thank everyone for coming here in Rwanda, and I hope Karibu Foundation and the Quaker Peace and Social Witness will continue to provide funds for bringing people here in Africa and for peace building here in Africa. Thank you.